Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special episode of the Local Domination podcast, where you'll learn the best local marketing strategies of 2017. You'll learn the marketing mistake that you're making right now, how to turn video into local leads, search engine optimization, and the best social media platforms for your business. So if you want to get local clients fast, this is the episode for you.
Welcome to the Local Domination Podcast, your ultimate guide to get local clients fast, featuring interviews with local marketing and lead generation experts who will show you exactly how to attract local clients and dominate your market. And now, here's your host, Doren Aldana.
Get this. Every day, local prospects are searching for your products or services online, and they're looking for someone they can trust. Are you capturing that business? How would you like to dominate the local search results with more 5-star rave reviews than any of your competitors so you become the only logical, trusted choice? I call it Operation Domination. Download a free copy of our Ultimate Testimonial Toolkit now at mytestimonialengine.com/domination. Again, that's mytestimonialengine.com/domination and discover how to build your business at the speed of trust. And so if your hands were tied, Gene, and you could use just one marketing strategy to gain total local domination, what would it be?
So, I gave those questions some thought because my mind immediately went to digital marketing and having an online presence, because it is so prevalent now. No matter what kind of business you have these days, you have to have an online presence, because people are no longer pulling out a Yellow Pages phone book. They are going online and they are searching. Mm-hmm. And so in order for you to get found, especially if you're a local business, you have to be found on Google, because they still are the main player. So what I would say is, if you just had one marketing strategy, I would get really familiar with Google and play by their rules. So that means get yourself your Google Business or Google My Business page if you don't have one yet. And if you do have one, you have to work on that page. You have to add photographs. You have to get Google reviews. That's another really big part of this. You can set up what they call Google Search Console. They used to call it Webmaster Tools. They keep changing the names of these things. But, just do your homework on Google and how to get on the map, how to get online reviews, all those things that they consider important to ranking you so that people actually find you in the search.
Step one is, in any marketing, should be to identify who you sell to. That's pretty typical. Like, who's your avatar? Who's it you're going after? And then generally, let's segment that group, because it's usually not identified enough. So a good example here is we're working right now with a business that sells baseball coaching products online. So these are videos you can watch, practice templates you can download, things like that you can get online and buy. And what we identified was that, at first what they were doing is they were marketing that they had all these products available and you could go buy them. The reality is, once we started doing some surveying and segmenting, we realized that they really had three main buckets. One was like youth, 4 to 8 and under. They were just like the mom and dad, or the dad that was like, yeah, my son's playing. I've never really played, but I played Little League, I guess. I'll coach. Mm-hmm. So we had that group. And obviously we're going to speak to them way different than we're going to speak to the guy that's coaching high school. Mm-hmm. And again, we're going to speak way different to the guy that's actually doing like club ball. He's out there traveling with his team, going to different states. So we identified, based off the surveys, that we had these three main groups. And instead of now marketing the products that we had available, now what we were saying is, all right, well, when they come into our marketing world, we'll begin asking them who they are. And if they are like a 4 to 8 and under person, they really don't need this massive product. Like, we're not even going to let them know that that's available, because it's just going to overwhelm them. They're just the dad that wants to help, his kid's baseball team. So we built in the marketing world, it's called a funnel, but really, if you kind of think about a typical funnel, like in cooking or whatever, it's just you pour some leads in the top and leads come, sales come out of the bottom. So we built a funnel specifically for that group, as well as the high school, as well as the clubs. And really everyone spoke to that audience a little bit differently, and sold a different product at the end of it all. And so that's the way that you can take your, what you sell and use automation instead of like getting on the phone with all these people and seeing like who they are and where they're at and then trying to accommodate. We're just filtering them up front and having them tell us who they are so that we can then turn around and say, all right, well, we've got the perfect solution for you.
Start with your demographic. Who are they? Because once you know who they are, you can craft your message to them, right? That's the other thing people typically do wrong. They want to write a message that appeals to everybody. And if you try to appeal to everybody, you're appealing to nobody. So start with your demographic. Okay. The second thing, once you've identified your demo, is look at their psychographic information. And what that is what are their interests? What are their hobbies, right? What are their political leanings? What are their religious leanings? Again, all this stuff is going to help you craft your message. And then there's another one, which is psychic graphic information. And this is the stuff, again, when you start to craft your message, this is the thing that moves the needle. I know who they are. I know what their interests are. Now I need to know the psychographic, which is what are their biggest concerns? What keeps them up at night, right? So if you can know those three things, then you go, okay, how am I going to deploy capital? Is it going to be online or offline? And it should be a mix of both.
And so what I say to agents all the time is, this is going to be a really good tip, actually. What I say to agents and brokers is, listen, you probably answer 500 emails in any given month that come into your inbox and say, hey, Gene, I have a question about a HUD. I have a question about my mortgage. I have a question about this document. How about insurance, right? All these things. If somebody's sending you an email and asking you, there's two things that are happening. They think you're the subject matter expert, and two, they have a need for an answer. Well, guess what? If they're asking you what this number means on the HUD, there's probably other people in your industry that don't know either. So take 1 minute of your time and give away free good information. If you capture one person that goes, wow, I never knew that. That was unbelievable info, and that saved me X amount of dollars, you have a new client, right? And so let's go back to your question originally, which was the appliances. As somebody who sells appliances, as somebody who works in that industry, I'm hoping that you're passionate about it. Otherwise, you're leading a tough life if you have to go to that every day and do it. But I hope you're passionate about it. What about something like a home warranty program, right? So each week you come out with a new thing where you say, did you know that for $29 a month, X, Y, and Z can happen, and you can have all of your major appliances in your home covered? Well, guess what? If I give people that information and I rate and review those home warranty companies once a month, every month, and within a month, somebody has their $1,700 range break, but it was covered by the home warranty company because I told them about it, guess who's going to be a new client of mine?
All right. Well, it's interesting that you're hitting on both of those items. I have found that chasing leads, which is what so much of lead generation is chasing leads, is both costly and in terms of dollars and in terms of time spent. And what I've learned over the years is that developing relationships with individuals and just making them so thrilled about the quality of the work that I give them that I don't have to spend the money on lead generation anymore, and then they send a referral that I do not have to fight for because I'm doing such a great job. So the majority of my business is referral based now, and I know as you get longer in the business that happens before. But you know, one of the other things, in addition to the extra amount of money you make and lesser cost, is my happiness level goes way, way, way up, because now I'm coming in as the trusted advisor versus somebody I'm trying to convince to work with me. And it's two totally different relationships. And trust me, the trusted advisor is so much more enjoyable and less combative.
I'm going to say one thing. It's a loaded question, because I would say I need to know what I have. Do I have money or do I have time? And that would change my answer completely. If I have money, I go online, because we're masters at our online, and our clients, if you have a big business, again, like a team, it's highly scalable, it's duplicatable. You can train multiple members to be effective on a handoff. You can bring in ISA members, like you can have a really well functioning business. And what I like about online is that you get ahead of a lot of the competition. For us in real estate, there's a lot of competition between realtors. There's a lot of, competing to get the client, multiple, you have 10 people presenting a listing presentation. Online allows us to connect with people a lot earlier, before the repeat and referral process. So we're actually, advancing our conversion line. We're spending more time talking to people and nurturing the leads, but we're getting exponentially more and with less effort, because we're ahead of the game. So if I had money, I'd say online. If I had time, I'd definitely go in a different direction. If you're in a strong seller's market right now, definitely just listed, just sold initiatives, exclusive open houses, getting out there and door knocking and connecting with people so that they understand what is available to them with, prices for selling their houses. For local, I think would be what I'd go with time right now, because of our particular market conditions.
I think not utilizing digital marketing in 2017 is a huge flaw that local businesses have. They're so entrenched in the old ways, or how it's always been done for them, or how they started their business and grew it to where they are today, that they kind of forget. And I work with a lot of restaurants and pizzerias, and the old ways of marketing are still entrenched in their brain, where it comes to direct mail or postcards or flyers, which can work. But if you're a local spot operating in 2017, if you're not utilizing such things as Facebook ads, you're missing out on a huge part of the market.
Well, that's all for now, my friends. Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Local Domination Podcast, your ultimate guide to getting local clients fast. So if tips galore that help you soar is what you adore, know this, we've got more in store. Remember, nothing happens without implementation. So in the meantime, in between time, go forth. Engage. It's time for Operation Domination.